Salahuddin Ayyubi, a name that echoes through history, represents courage, wisdom, and chivalry. His legacy is one of the most enduring in the annals of medieval history. Born in a time of conflict, he rose to become one of the most respected Muslim leaders of all time. His early years were marked by rigorous training and a deep commitment to his faith and people. His life was a tapestry woven with threads of military brilliance, political acumen, and unwavering faith. Each battle he fought and each decision he made was a reflection of his strategic genius and his dedication to justice. Salahuddin's story is not just a chronicle of battles and conquests, it's a testament to the power of character, integrity, and a vision that extended beyond the battlefield. His leadership was characterized by a rare blend of humility and strength. His legacy continues to inspire, reminding us that true leadership lies in serving a cause greater than oneself. His actions were guided by a profound sense of duty and a commitment to the greater good. Salahuddin's life offers valuable lessons in leadership, diplomacy, and the pursuit of justice, lessons that remain relevant even today. His ability to negotiate and his diplomatic skills were as crucial as his prowess on the battlefield. This essay delves into the life and times of this remarkable figure, exploring his journey from a young soldier to a renowned sultan and the impact he left on the world. His rise was not just a personal triumph, but a significant moment in the history of the Muslim world. Salahuddin's story is deeply intertwined with the Crusades, a series of religious wars that shaped the medieval world. These conflicts were not just about territory but also about ideology and faith. His rise to power coincided with a period of intense conflict between the Muslim world and European Crusader states. This era was marked by great upheaval and shifting alliances. In this tumultuous era, Salahuddin emerged as a beacon of hope and unity for the Muslim world, successfully challenging the Crusader presence in the Holy Land. His leadership brought a sense of purpose and direction to his people. His victories, particularly the recapture of Jerusalem in 1187, resonated far beyond the battlefield, cementing his status as a legendary hero in the Muslim world and a formidable adversary in the West. This event was a turning point in the history of the Crusades. But Salahuddin was more than just a warrior. He was a scholar, a patron of the arts, and a man known for his justice and mercy, even towards his enemies. His contributions to culture and learning were as significant as his military achievements, making him a multifaceted leader whose influence extended well beyond his lifetime. Born in 1137 in Tikrit, present-day Iraq, Salahuddin's early life was steeped in the traditions of a military family. From a young age, he was exposed to the rigors and discipline that came with such a background. His Kurdish heritage instilled in him a strong sense of loyalty and discipline. The values of his culture were deeply ingrained in him, shaping his character and future leadership style. His father, Najm ad-Din Ayyub, was a respected military commander, known for his strategic mind and leadership qualities. Young Salahuddin grew up surrounded by soldiers and tales of valor. These stories of bravery and heroism left a lasting impression on him, fueling his aspirations. This environment nurtured his interest in military strategy and horsemanship. He spent countless hours practicing and perfecting these skills that would prove crucial in his later life. His dedication to mastering these arts was evident from a young age, but Salahuddin's education extended beyond martial training. He was also deeply committed to his intellectual growth. He received a comprehensive education, immersing himself in religious studies, literature, and history. This broad education provided him with a well-rounded perspective. This intellectual foundation fostered in him a deep sense of justice, piety, and a profound respect for knowledge. These qualities would later define his reign and leadership style. Qualities that would define his reign. His commitment to justice and knowledge became the cornerstones of his leadership. Salahuddin's early life was also marked by the turbulent political landscape of the Middle East. The region was a hotbed of political intrigue and conflict. The region was caught between the declining Seljuk Empire and the rising power of the Zangid dynasty. This constant state of flux created a challenging environment for any aspiring leader. This period of instability exposed him to the complexities of power, diplomacy, and the art of governance. He observed firsthand the delicate balance required to maintain power and influence. These formative experiences shaped his worldview, instilling in him a deep understanding of the challenges facing the Muslim world. He learned the importance of strategic thinking and careful planning. Salahuddin's rise to power was not a meteoric ascent, but a gradual and deliberate climb through the ranks. He earned his position through hard work and dedication. His early military career was marked by his participation in campaigns led by his uncle, Asad ad-Din Shirkuh. These campaigns were crucial in shaping his military prowess. A prominent general in the service of Nur ad-Din Zengi, the powerful ruler of Syria. Under his uncle's guidance, Salahuddin learned the intricacies of military leadership. These campaigns provided invaluable experience, allowing Salahuddin to hone his military skills and demonstrate his strategic acumen. His ability to lead and inspire his troops became evident during these early years. As he reflected on his journey, Salahuddin understood that his path to leadership was built on a foundation of discipline, knowledge, and strategic insight. These elements would guide him as he rose to become one of history's most revered leaders. Salahuddin's rise to power was a testament to his military prowess, strategic thinking, and the trust he garnered from his superiors. Under the tutelage of his uncle Shirkuh, he played a pivotal role in several campaigns in Egypt, a region then ruled by the Fatimid Caliphate, which was in decline and facing internal strife. Salahuddin's intelligence and courage on the battlefield did not go unnoticed. He quickly rose through the ranks, earning a reputation as a brilliant tactician and a courageous leader. In 1169, upon the death of his uncle, Salahuddin was appointed Vizier of Egypt, a position of great influence and authority. However, his position was not without its challenges. Egypt was a land of political intrigue, and Salahuddin had to navigate a complex web of alliances and rivalries. He managed this delicate situation with skill and diplomacy, consolidating his power base and earning the respect of his peers. He understood that true power stemmed not just from military might, but also from political acumen and the ability to unite diverse factions. Salahuddin's ambition was not solely focused on personal gain. He envisioned a united Muslim front against the Crusader states that had gained a foothold in the Levant. He understood that a fragmented Muslim world, plagued by internal divisions, would be vulnerable to external threats. His vision extended beyond the borders of Egypt. He aimed to unite the Muslim forces under a single banner to confront the Crusader presence. Salahuddin's military successes were not merely a product of brute force, but were rooted in his strategic brilliance, adaptability, and deep understanding of his adversaries. His ability to read the battlefield and anticipate enemy movements was unparalleled. He was a master of both conventional warfare and guerrilla tactics, often blending the two to create unpredictable and effective strategies. Tailoring his strategies to exploit the weaknesses of his opponents, Salahuddin would often use deception and cunning to gain the upper hand. He recognized the importance of logistics and supply lines, understanding that an army marches on its stomach. Ensuring his troops were well provisioned even on extended campaigns, he meticulously planned the movement of supplies and reinforcements. One of his key strengths was his ability to inspire his troops. His presence on the battlefield was a source of immense motivation for his soldiers. He shared their hardships, ate the same food, and fought alongside them on the battlefield. This camaraderie fostered a deep bond between Salahuddin and his men. This earned him the unwavering loyalty of his soldiers, who were willing to fight fiercely under his banner, knowing that their leader was one of them. His troops, driven by loyalty and respect, charged into battle with a fervor that often overwhelmed their enemies. His charisma and fairness extended beyond his own troops. He was known for his humane treatment of prisoners of war, a stark contrast to the brutality often witnessed in medieval warfare. This humane approach earned him respect even among his enemies. His reputation for mercy and fairness spread far and wide, making him a revered figure in both the Muslim and Christian worlds. Salahuddin's campaigns were characterized by meticulous planning, leaving little to chance. Strategic maneuvering and a keen understanding of the terrain allowed him to position his forces advantageously. He often employed surprise attacks, ambushes, and feints to outmaneuver his enemies, keeping them constantly on edge. He understood the importance of psychological warfare, using propaganda and psychological tactics to demoralize his opponents and bolster the morale of his own troops. His ability to manipulate the psychological state of both his enemies and his own forces was a testament to his leadership. His victories were not solely attributed to military might. The morale of his troops was always high, thanks to his inspiring leadership and strategic acumen. He recognized the importance of diplomacy, understanding that not all battles were won on the battlefield. He was adept at forging alliances and exploiting divisions among his enemies, often turning potential adversaries into allies. His diplomatic skills were as sharp as his sword, allowing him to navigate the complex political landscape of the time. He understood that a united front was crucial to achieving his goals, and he skillfully navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries in the region. His ability to form and maintain alliances was a key factor in his success, allowing him to present a formidable front against his enemies. His diplomatic overtures extended even to his adversaries, demonstrating a pragmatism that was rare in an era often defined by religious zeal and bloodshed. This pragmatism allowed him to achieve his objectives without unnecessary bloodshed, solidifying his legacy as a wise and just leader.